Hi everyone, I'm leaving this a little bit late again, but never mind, needs to be done, and you'll have to excuse me. This eye got really itchy just before, and it's now quite spectacularly bloodshot. Hopefully that won't detract from the story too much. And today, rounding off our week of classic fairy tales, or well-known fairy tales, is a story that, well, ironically enough, it's not quite so well-known. It was collected by Brothers Grimm. You might recognise parts of it, but whether you know the whole story remains to be seen. But nonetheless, I hope you enjoy it, and we'll jump straight into it. So, there was a soldier who had been to war and had he'd been very valiant in battle. He'd fought for the king, he'd fought for his country. But when he came home, all he was given, for all of his bravery, for all of his sacrifices, was 3 copper coins. Well, he didn't think much of this at all, considering what he'd been through, so he resolved that one day he would empty the king's treasury. And off he went, seek his way in the world. While he was walking through a forest, he saw a man ahead of him, a giant of a man, and he was pulling up trees as if he was plucking straw from the ground. Well, the soldier went up to this giant of a man. He says, "Oh, that's quite a talent you've got there. Would you like to come with me? I'm to find my way in the world. I'm sure the two of us could have a fine time." Well, the giant of a man shrugged. He says, "Yeah, I'll just take these twigs home to me mother." Saying that, he pulled out another tree, tied it round the trees he'd already pulled up, slung them off his shoulder, and off he went. Good as his word, a couple of minutes later he came back, and off the two of them went. And as they were strolling along, saw a man with a gun, taking aim. But couldn't see anything. There's nothing around for miles. So I went along and says, what's going on here then? And the man with the gun, the hunter, he said, 2 miles away, sitting on a rock, there's a fly. I'm going to shoot one of its eyes out. "Oh!" said the soldier. "Wow, that is amazing. With a talent like that, you should come with me and my large friend here. We're off to make our way in the world. Talent like that would have no bother." So, the hunter fired off his shot. Fly lost an eye. Off the 3 of them went. And as they were wandering, they made their way past 7 windmills. Now, there wasn't a breeze in the sky yet. All the sails were turning. I stopped to marvel at this, wondering how on earth they could turn without any wind. I carried on. I hadn't gone too far. I walked past a tree. A man sitting on one of the branches. Finger over one of his nostrils, blowing out the other one, much clearer than that. Soldier looked up at him. What you up to?" "Surprised you didn't see it as you were walking along. Providing the wind to turn the sails on 7 windmills a bit down the road there." "That was you? Why, that's amazing. Tell you what, do you want to come with the rest of us? We're off to make our way in the world. Talent like yours wouldn't go astray." Well, at this, the blower hopped down off the tree, decided to join them. 4 of them now. Off they went. Came to the top of the hill, and standing there, well, balanced there, was a man. He'd unhitched one of his legs, lay on the ground next to him. Soldier said, "Oh, you're taking it easy there?" Says, "Yeah, I'm just having a rest." Says, "I'm that fast. Well, take one of my legs off just to slow myself down, otherwise I'd just not stop. Oh, says the soldier. That's amazing. That is fun. Do you want to come with us? We're off on a bit of an adventure just to find our way in the world, you know. But you, with that kind of speed, I'm sure we could find a job for you. Well, you know, the runner picks up his leg, slings it over his shoulder, off they went. And on the road they encountered a very strange-looking fellow. He was wearing his hat a bit lopsided, covering one of his ears. Soldier went past him and said, no offence, but you look a bit of an idiot wearing your hat like that. Ran looked at him and he says, you see, I have to. If I straighten my hat, it creates such a cold, such a frost. The birds would drop dead out of the air. Oh, really? Well, you should come with me and my friends. We're off to find our way in the world. Sure, a talent like yours wouldn't go astray. So the man with the lopsided hat joined in. Half a dozen of them, making their way down the road into a city. Now the king of this city had just made a proclamation. If anyone could beat his daughter, the princess, in a race, they could have her hand in marriage. But if they couldn't, the king would have their head on a block. The soldier considered this. He went to the king and he says, tell you what, I'm not going to run myself, but would you mind if one of my friends ran in my place in this competition? Well, King looked at this raggedy old soldier. Yeah, that's fine. But on the condition that, should your friend lose, your head and his end up on the block. The soldier agreed. So the morning of the race came. What they had to do was, some miles away, doesn't specify exactly where, was a well. The runner and the princess had to race each other to the well, fill their jugs with water, and race back. Whoever won, well, the princess won, the soldier and the runner. But if the runner won, then the soldier could marry the princess. And off they went. Now, within a few minutes, the runner was completely out of sight, having left the princess for dust, really. And he made it to the well, filled his jug with water, and on the way back he thought, I'll stop for a bit of a rest. I've got the time. So it's handy. The horse's skull there. He didn't want to be too comfortable, and he'd use that for a pillow. He lay down and nodded off. Now the princess wasn't too far behind him. She could run quite a bit faster than common people. I don't know if being royalty means you can run faster, but it seems to in this story. Anyway, the princess ran to the well, filled her jug with water, and on the way back, she went to the sleeping runner, emptied his jug of water, and off she went. Now the hunter had been standing on the castle walls, and he saw all of this happen. He couldn't let his friends lose their lives. So he took his gun, don't know if I'm doing this right, took aim, fired. The shot shattered the horse's skull. The runner jerked awake. Jug was empty. Sprinted back to the well, filled it up, beat the princess by a good 10 minutes. He ran, he says, just getting warmed up there, starting to stretch my legs. Wasn't even one lap. No problem. Well, the king wasn't happy about this. Princess was even less happy at the prospect of having to marry a battered old soldier. King came up with an idea. My friends, just let you leave now? The celebration's in order. Come, I'll treat you to a feast, the likes of which you've never had. Well, the 6 friends agreed to this. It seemed only right. The king led them to a room entirely made of iron. The floor, the walls, the ceiling, the windows, even the door, even the table, the chairs. And on the table, he wasn't wrong about the feast. It looked magnificent. So the 6 friends went in, sat themselves down, started to celebrate, while the king locked the iron door. Went to the cook. He instructed the cook to build a raging fire in the room underneath. A fire that would heat the iron room above. It would roast anyone inside. Cook saw what he was up to, and so he went to work, building the fire, and it blazed and it blazed and it blazed. The soldier and his friends in the room above, well, I started to get a little bit hot under the collar. Shoes were getting tacky on the floor. The walls were too hot to touch. Someone opened a window. The windows had iron bars on them. Let's open a door. The door was locked. Ah, yeah. King had kind of tricked them. But the man with the lopsided hat just straightened it. As soon as he'd done that, a chill filled the room, cooled the walls, cooled the floor. In fact, it started getting so cold, some of the food started to freeze to the plates. Well, after he thought it had been a considerable time to roast 6 people in an iron room, King ordered the door be unlocked, and to his amazement found the 6 of them sitting there laughing, chatting, and in better health than 6 roasted people should ever be. "Ha!" said the soldier. "Excellent. It was starting to get a little bit too chilly in here." And off they went. Oh dear. Now, the king took the soldier to one side. "Look, if I give you some gold, lots of gold, and I mean a lot of gold, well, you just will, call it even and just clear off. Make things a lot easier for me and the princess." Yeah, sure. Soldier agreed. This is, but give me a couple of weeks, and I'll send one of my friends to get the gold, as much as he can carry in a sack. 2 weeks? Yeah, no problem at all. Absolutely fine. Yeah. King was just to be glad to be rid of them for a while. Off they went. Now the soldier gathered as many tailors as he could, and instructed them to make a huge sack. 2 weeks later, the king looked out, expecting to see the soldier and his, oh no. Striding towards him was a giant of a man. The king recognised his soldier's large friend. And what did he have over his shoulder? Was it a rug or... Oh no. That was the sack to carry all the gold in. 16 men carried out chests of gold. The strong man scooped them into the sack. "Yeah, that's barely covered the bottom. We're going to need a bit more than this." King called for more gold. "Well, it's getting there, but..." Every ingot of gold from the kingdom was called to. carried to the strong man in carts pulled by oxen. It'll do, it's nearly full, you know. Well, thank you very much. And off he went. The kingdom was ruined. The king was furious. As soon as the strong man was out of sight, he sent a battalion of his finest knights straight after him. Bring me back my gold. Well, it didn't take long to catch up with the soldier and his 5 friends. Give us back that gold, or we'll kill you all where you stand. Ho ho! Will you now? Said the blower. Let's see how you like dancing in the sky. Much clearer than that. And as he blew, all the soldiers were lifted, spiralling and dancing high into the sky, till eventually one of them cried out, "Mercy! Mercy!" Well, the soldier did take mercy on him. As they all landed on the ground, looked at him. Tell the king he can send as many men as he wants. You can all dance in the sky. Leave us alone. We've got our reward. We've got what we deserve. He can send as many after us as he wants. And off they went. Defeated, the knights returned to the king, who, it wasn't worth it. Let them go. What did it matter? Just gold. It's just all the gold in the kingdom. Yeah, fine. And as for the soldier and his companions, well, they divvied up the treasure equally, and they went their separate ways. And all of them, all 6 of them, lived happily ever after. The soldier, having done exactly what he set out to do, emptied the king's treasury. So I hope you enjoyed that. Very tenuous link here. I suppose you could look on the soldier as maybe a Nick Fury type character, and he finds the Hulk there, and then the bump into Hawkeye. Who did they meet after that? I don't know. Thor, maybe he's controlling the weather a bit further along. Could have been Quicksilver there. See what I'm getting at? And then was it the Iceman at the end? So kind of puts a bit of a superhero team together there to help him, with Disney owning the rights to all those characters now, I believe. So yes, very tenuous link at the end there. Whether Disney do anything with that story ever or not, I really don't know. Kind of an Avengers X-Men group for you there, but I'll stop there. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the stories this week. Bank holiday weekend coming up. It's meant to be nice. I know it's going to be tempting to go out when the weather's nice. If you do, social distancing, shouldn't have to say it. It's not as difficult as it seems. If you go to a crowded area, go home. I don't have a garden. Spend time in the garden. You're still outside. You're still enjoying the weather. You've still got your family. You've still got your health. You'll see your friends when this is all over, and it'll be over much quicker if we all stay at home as much as we can, and we all stay away from each other, and we'll be out of this horrible pandemic, and things will be back to whatever the new normal will be. So, as I say, enjoy the weekend. Look out for an announcement over the weekend from me about what's coming up next. And if you could, share the channel, share the videos, subscribe, comment, tell me what you think, all of that kind of thing. Let me know you're out there. And I will see you all later. Bye for now.